Again, I'm so pleased to have you all back to my channel. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be sharing with you how I made this lovely bralette crop top. Okay, this is a must have for every lady or every woman out there. Like, I love it so much, and I know you're going to love it when you make yours as well. Okay, so it's a very quick one, and this fabric here is what I'm going to be using to make this bralette top. You don't need much fabric. I have this fabric I have here is actually not up to 1 yard. Okay, so you don't need much. You just need as little as um just half yard and to recreate this. Okay, so this is the fabric I'm going to be using, and the first thing I'm going to do is to make a fold. I'm just going to make a fold of what I'm going to be needing first, and I'm going to cut it out. That is what I just did. So I cut out about 18 inches long, and the wideness on fold is about 14 inches. Okay, the wideness on fold is about 14 inches, so that is 28 inches when open. Okay, so you notice the way I fold it. You're going to fold it into two and refold again in a triangle shape like this. Okay, so that's just how you're going to fold yours. It's not difficult. You fold into two and refold in a triangle fold, and you're going to measuring from your chest line to your under bust. So from chest line to under bust should be around 10 inches or um 11 inches depending on your size. So mine is 10 inches, and I'm going to be adding extra 1 inch allowance to it, and that will sum it up to 11 inches. And you're just going to place your tape at the beginning of the fabric, the tip there, and you're going to measuring round to get your 11 inches round. So that is what you see me doing here. So after marking, I am going to connect very well, and I'm going to get my scissors, and I'm going to cut it out. Okay, so after marking, I will also measure it. You measure to ensure that what you have there is more than your under bust circumference divided by 4. Okay, so mine is more than my under bust circumference divided by 4, and that is very okay. So I'm going to get my scissors and I'll cut out. Okay, so this is what I have, and I'm just going to open it up like this and slit this place open, so I have two pieces of it. Okay, so you can see I have two pieces now, and the next thing I'm going to do is to cut out another two pieces of exact thing. So the next thing I'm going to do now, as you can see, the four pieces, sorry, is to cut out a rope. Okay, I'm going to cut out a rope, and I'm going to show you the rope right now. So these are the four pieces. Okay, so you can see two here and two the side. So I'm going to set them aside, and I'm going to bring in the rope. Okay, so I have this rope that I cut out, as you can see, and I have two of it. Okay, so the length is about 24 inches, and the wideness is just 2 inches. Okay, so it's 2 inches wide. Can you see it? So the next thing I'm going to do is to fold it into two like this, and I'm going to take it to my machine, and I will join with 0.5 inches. So at the end of the joining, I'll be left with 0.5 inches. Okay, and I'm going to close one end and leave one end open so I can turn it inside out. So here it is. I was done sewing, and you can see I have 0.5 inches. So I'm going to pick up the triangle that I cut, and I'm going to be placing one of the rope, preferably the part I didn't turn. Okay, remember one side was turned and the other side didn't turn. So the side I didn't turn, I'm going to place it on the tip of this triangle we cut, that upper part. Okay, so this is the upper part when it is opened. So I'm going to place it this way, and I'm going to secure it with my pin. Okay, so after securing my pin, the next thing I'm going to do is to place the second one on top of it, right side facing right side. Okay, and I'm going to align it very well, and I will join. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do right now. So I was done joining. As you can see, I aligned it properly, and I went on to join and notch it. So now I'm going to flip it to the right side. I'm going to turn it inside out. Okay, so I'm going to remove my pin, and I'm going to turn it inside out, and this is what I have. Okay, so what I'm going to do is to stitch down this place to hold the two fabric together as one. Okay, so that is what I'm doing here. So I was done stitching down, as you can see now, and I'm going to do that to the second one as well and give it a very good press. Okay, so I'll sew the second one like that and I'll iron it properly. Okay, so why I'm going to set it aside for ironing, I cut out this belt. Okay, so this belt now is 6 inches wide. Okay, it's 6 inches wide, and the length is my underbust circumference plus about 20 inches extra. Okay, so you are going to measure the round measure, you are going to take the round measurement of your under bust, and you're going to add extra 20 to 24 inches to it. Okay, so here is my under bust measurement, and I added extra 20 to 20 5 inches to it. Okay, so remember, it is on fold, right? So you are going to make sure that you use your underbust measurement, that is your round underbust measurement. Just get it. If your round underbust measurement is 30, you're going to cut about 50 inches for this rope. Do you understand? So I'm going to sew it down, and I'm going to leave a little space for opening in the middle of the belt. So here is my triangle. Okay, my triangle fabric for our bralette. So I marked in 1.5 inches on one, and I'm going to be placing the second one on top of that 1.5 inches just like this, and I'm going to secure with my pin. Okay, so that's just all you need to do. You're just going to mark 1.5 inches or two and place one on it like this and secure. So what I'm going to do is to make a gather stitch to hold them together to make gathers there. So I'm going to run a gather stitch to it. So I was done running my gather stitch, and the next thing I'm going to do right now is to pick one of the thread, and I'm going to pull it to form my gathers. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and once I was done, I'm going to show you what we have. So while making this gather, you need to be very careful so that it doesn't cut, because if the thread cuts, you just have to start all over again. So I'm going to be doing it gently, and here I was done gathering it. Okay, as you can see, and this is what I have. Okay, this is what I have after I was done dragging the thread, like gathering it. This is what I have, and what I how I got what I have here is that you're just going to divide your under bust by 2. Okay, let's assume your under bust is 30. When you divide it by 2, you have 15, right? Then you are still going to subtract extra 2 inches from that 15. That is exactly what I did. You're going to subtract 2 inches from that 15, and you'll be left like 13. You'll be left with 13, right? So that is where your gather is going to stop. That is what you use to make your gathers. So I was done sewing this, and here is where I left open to turn my belt inside out. Okay, so basically I stitched every other side closed except this part. So here I'm going to mark on my midpoint. Okay, I'm going to fold it into 2 like this, and I am going to make a marking exactly on the midpoint of the belt. So after making my marking, I am going to bring it this way, and I am going to also divide the bralette up into 2, and I'm going to mark on the midpoint. That is, I folded it into 2 and mark on the midpoint. And the next thing I'm going to do is to place it right side facing right side. Do you understand? And ensure that the marked part, that is the center part, matches the other center part. Okay, make sure that the two center parts where we marked are lined together. I'm going to take it over to my machine and I'll join, and after that I'll bring it back for us to see. Okay, so I was done joining, and the next I'm going to do is to hem the inside. Okay, overlock it properly. Okay, that's what I meant. So I was done, and all you need is to knot the rope at the upper part, and you're going to you know, rock it. Is ready, is set to be rocked. Okay, so this is all it takes to make this beautiful